Tuesday night, you know what that means. Sim Racing League Custom Truck Series presented by Rich Mar Florist. Tonight we have a special event. We have the regular season finale. This is the final night before the playoffs begin next week. With that said, we had a few drivers that have dropped out of the league. We had a few open trucks. Regular season finale, we wanted people to have an opportunity to be able to make up a points gap. So all of our drivers that were on the waiting list for next season, any truck that was open that another driver has released or decided not to race anymore, that so the truck was open, nobody was driving it, we've let some of our waiting list drivers come in. Now this is a one-off race for those drivers, so hopefully they impress not just us but as well as you guys out there in our YouTube land. On top of that, like I said, it is the regular season finale, which simply means after this week, we will know our 12 drivers competing for the playoffs. The first ever Sim Racing League title. How cool is that? In the booth with me tonight, I'm going to have Robbie Racing. Right now, he's unable to talk to us, but simply because he is doing some qualifying with the guys out there. I'm going to give me a second, trying to go live on my phone here so I can see any live chats. I'm going to give you a quick rundown of the point system as they sit right now. Top 12 in points. Now, keep in mind there is a minimum race requirement that some of these drivers have not met, but we have Billy Holcomb, points leader, 390 points with 4 playoff points. He's actually, because he was the entering this race, he was the points leader. This is a special race. It's the last chance race. Billy Holcomb actually got to pick the track, so look to see the points leader be one of the fastest guys out there. He's actually on the all-time leaderboard here at Darlington. But yeah, Billy Holcomb. We have Coach Matt. I don't know if he was signed up tonight or not. Dark Knight sitting in third. Flash 9, as long as he shows up tonight, he will be eligible for the playoffs, sitting in fourth. He has missed 3 weeks. So as long as he shows up tonight, he will be eligible. We have War sitting in fifth. Brennan, Robbie Racing also needing to make this race or else he would be ineligible. Trinity Beast Mode, JCR McLovin, who will not be eligible for the playoffs. Nuka Bob Quantum, who's going to make it. Moore, who's not going to make the race tonight, but he's sitting in that 11th hole. But with McLovin not being eligible, that puts him in about 10th. Still under fire from our guys sitting 13th and 14th. Cola Motorsports, however, he's sitting 12th in points, and he will be missing tonight because he's headed to Talladega. Therefore, this is going to make him ineligible for the playoffs. So that's your cutoff line. Cola is the cutoff line. Right behind him, and actually was tied with Cola, is Rubbenham in the 33, followed by RKM, It's Your Bro Chase, C. Stevens, Puddin, Higgins, Grippin, Keystone, and Street Machine. Out of those drivers, Rubbenham and RKM are both looking to make their way into the playoffs. So you're looking at take McLovin out, Cola Motorsports out, add Rubbenham, add RKM, but even more importantly, the way the playoffs run here at the Sim Racing League, all the points will reset. However, the playoff points the drivers have earned after tonight's race, they will start with that many points. So everybody's going to reset to 1,000. Again, Billy has 4 playoff points, so he's going to start at 1,004 points. Other drivers have 8 playoff points. They will start with 1,008. So even though Billy won the season title, he will not be the points leader entering the playoffs. Now, he will get 3 more playoff points if he does indeed win the regular season finale, but that's just how it works out. Anyways, so some of these drivers that I was talking about towards the end of the cut line have 0 playoff points, so they're going to be starting with a huge hole. So tonight being a last chance race, not only are you trying to make up points on the guys in front of you and try to surpass them to make the playoffs, you're also trying to get some playoff points yourselves to help minimize that deficit that you're going to start week 1 with. Now, 4-week playoff. Out of those 4 weeks, we're going to start with a round of 12 next week. 1 race. 4 drivers, the bottom 4 drivers, and if there's a tie in points, the tiebreaker will go to whoever finished best in that race. The next week will be the round of 8, round of 6, round of 4. The final 4 will race that final week. Whoever wins that race or does the best out of the 4 will be your Season 1 Sim Racing League champion. How cool is that? It's playoff season, baby. Day one. This is not technically the playoffs, but this brings everything into the playoffs. I'm excited. Again, I got Robbie in here. I have nobody else to talk to. I don't have any special guests with me in the booth, but man, am I excited for this race tonight. And in about 3 minutes, we will be going green at Darlington. Robbie, if you got a copy, when you guys get back to the lobby, can you make sure Keith gets an invite?
Yeah, we'll do.
You have him on your friends list, yeah?
Yeah.
Right, so, Robbie, taking it qualifying's over.
Yep.
And where are you starting?
I start fourth.
Alright, who got the pole?
The pole is It's Your Bro Chase with a 29.400.
Ooh, only in the fours right now?
Yep. And starting in second, we have Billy Holcomb with a 29.511. Third is Coach Matt with a 29.530.
Oh, so Coach Matt did show up.
Yeah.
I like it.
It's definitely going to be an interesting race, that's for sure.
Yeah, a lot of drivers. Like I said, we have a few first-time drivers this week, so that'll be interesting to see how that goes. I kind of like it. I like the concept. What do you think?
1 second, just reading a text message. Say it again, please, mate.
What did I say? I'm just no. So the concept of these newer drivers being able to join us just for 1 week off at the end of the season, I kind of like the concept, and I think it'll be really, really interesting. Hopefully, it works out, and the racing's clean, because they also know that this is their one-off chance. If they make a mistake here, they're probably not going to be welcome back to be racing next season.
Yeah, that's very true. But on the other hand, if they do pretty well, there'll definitely be drivers to look for in the future. Not only that, we're also throwing a spanner in the works with it being, the last race of the normal season before we go into the playoffs as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this is all huge, like most leagues at this point in the season would say absolutely not, no way. We're not like that here. We actually want to see more drivers on the track, and we want to see not only the drivers on the track, but we want to see everybody succeed. So we're trying to do everything we can to help that. These guys have actually been waiting. Some of these guys have been waiting 5 or 6 weeks just to get this far into the season. And don't forget to let me know when I can join, as it is race time right now.
Will do.
Well, you're still waiting on Keith, I'm assuming.
No, Keith's joined the lobby, but I don't have Enoch on my friends list.
For what?
Is he joining you?
He will not be joining me. It's going to be just me tonight.
Right, okay.
Oh, okay. So he's waiting on Austin right now for the download, is what's happening. Hold on. Unfortunately, Moore's trying to do a download on the game that came out middle of last week, I think. What, Thursday or Friday, I think the download came out on the game?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so it being Tuesday, I mean, drivers had plenty of time. Here at Sim Racing League, sorry that we're about a minute late, but I know that we have a no-wait policy here. We did it 1 week, we waited too long, didn't like it, so now we don't do the waiting thing. It's just not fun, and we don't like doing it, but RCAM did give them a 2-minute warning. So here in about 2 minutes, you'll see some racing. In the meantime, you get to listen to my mouth for another 120 seconds. Arcam, Robbie, as we get ready to enter the playoffs, who are you most interested in watching at a race like tonight?
It's definitely going to be Billy Holcomb and Itch Pro Chase. I reckon they're definitely going to be ones to watch tonight. I reckon they're going to be side by side a few times, maybe getting into each other a couple of times. But that's Darlington. It's a tough track.
Yeah, I think the key to victory for any driver tonight at the track Too Tough to Tame is simply going to be turn two. There's a slight glitch on this game that you really have to be above or below the seam, and if you're trying to ride the seam on exit, it's really really difficult. And the truck or car, whatever you're driving at the time, tonight it'll be trucks, but the truck's going to try to kick out and send you all the way down to the inside, almost by the wall, and if your truck's already set up to be really loose, it's going to spin you out and probably cause a big pile up with the rest of the field. So definitely look for turn two to be a hardship. But I'm actually intrigued to see drivers like RKM rubbing them. More, unfortunately, not going to be able to make it. But some of those drivers at the bottom end going to go blue screen, but you guys can still hear me. Anyways, I'm really interested to see how some of those guys at the bottom of the stat sheet how well they do, because this race is very important for those drivers. Got 5 viewers out there, but nobody talking. Apparently, probably drivers out there. Do do do. Don't forget, guys, this series here, the Sim Racing League Truck Series, is sponsored by the Richmar Florist. We don't receive anything from them. They just give us a big shout out, try to spread the word about this amazing racing that we have as we try to tune in and check them out on Twitter at Richmar Florist. Make sure to give them a like and a follow. And it looks like we're going to be going green here. The 45 truck shoots down to the inside. Don't know what happened there. Glitchy start as the 52 of Itcher Bro Chase is going to take the lead as they go into turn one, followed by the 2 of Coach Matt and the 23 of McLovin, looks like.
Yeah.
I believe Trinity Beast Mode has now gotten to 4th place back there. I'm going to scroll through a little bit. Brennan getting loose on the exit of 2 already. We spoke about it. So is the 3. The 3 is usually Keystone. Big wreck looks like. The 15 is still wrecking. Collect the 40 of War. The 32, that would be Keith, already involved, but he started in the back. Rubbenham is out of the race. Rubbenham has lagged out or something in the 33. So speaking of being interesting watching him, but that didn't last long. The 15 of Brennan was have lagging issues on my screen, but looked like the whole entire lobby lagged at the very entrance. That's why I was saying it looked really weird, and hopefully 704 got that fixed for the remainder of this race, as that's the last thing we want to see is a whole bunch of incidents. Man, Flash 9, we haven't even talked about him other than he's sitting 4th in the points, but he's in that 13 forward, and really interested to see that he was not in the top 5 there. Still not in the top 5, but Robbie, looks like you're running P6 right now. As we're going green again, try it again. Itcher Bro Chase in the 52, going to lead the field down into turn 1. Coach Matt able to stay on the outside a little bit, but this time it looks like a little contact between his buddy McLovin and that 2 truck. So single filing out as they go to exit 2. No, I see big wreck in the back again. Looks like this time Brennan is involved, and who's that spinning? The 4 of Edtho spinning. It looks like that glitch off turn 2 is really, really tricky with these guys as they're going through on that first lap. But you guys are still up speed. There's no caution. Bro Chase still in the lead right in front of the 2. Coach Matt seems to be able to stay on his tail as they're getting a little bit of a gap back to that 23 truck. You're seeing the points leader here, the 51, Billy Holcomb. He's sitting in 4th place right behind JCR McLevin. And Keystone Cowboy in the 3. What is he doing in top 5 with Robbie Racing right there in 6th, followed by the man I talked about, Flash 9. Really surprised that 13 truck is not a little further up already, but running in a place like 7th, he's still up towards the front. man, this is good racing up here at the front as they have singled out. Billy Holcomb is chasing down JCR McLovin. We all know him to be strong. I'm still seeing a little bit of glitch at each and every one of the trucks on the track. So, unfortunately, these drivers are still dealing with a lag issue. Robbie Racing back here in 6th, following the Keystone Cowboy. Flash 9 in that all-gray Ford, looking to try to make a pass on Robbie, but this track is really hard to make a pass. The corners are just so tight that it's almost impossible to make a move. You really have to set them up on entrance of the corner to get a good run on exit to be able to make the pass on the straightaway. But the problem with that is, as you just seen there on your screen, you go to set them up and the driver in front of you might get loose or tight on exit, and making your run impossible to make a move as their truck getting loose like that will block you. Keystone Cowboy gets in the wall. Robbie and Flash 9 able to make a move and get around him, so now they're sitting in 5th and 6th. I'm going to try to get back up here with our leaders. It's your bro chase. Battle is for 2nd now, as McLovin and Billy have been able to get around the 2 of Coach Matt, and I don't know if they're tracking down that 52 truck. That 52 is looking strong up there right now. It looks like Flash 9 has now gotten around Robbie Racing. That would be for your top 5 position. The 2 getting loose on the exit of 2 now. That must be the issue. That's probably why the 23 and the 51 were able to get by him. .13 running the super high line. Oh, as he gets really loose off the exit of, I believe that was the exit of 2, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so he catches the glitch. Robbie Racing now back into P5. Flash 9 not having the best of nights.
Exit 4.
Oh, that was the exit of 4? Oh, well, that's weird. On my screen, it said we have a message. Oh, we did get one. Rubbing them mad that we didn't back out and restart the race. Unfortunately, Rub, really wish you were on the track, but this is the 3rd time this season we've had something like that, and we haven't backed out and restarted for anyone. So no offense, bud, but we just don't do the restarting here for anybody. Really unfortunate. Hate to see that. Luckily, with where you're sitting in points, you're going to make the playoffs, so congratulations. We'll see you next week as you take your shot at getting the championship this season. And, you know, you really hate to see that. You know, people work all week on getting the setups and everything done. He hit the wrong button, backed out. Unfortunately, though, the amount of time that it takes people to get a lobby set back up and reorganized and get everyone in their starting position again, it's really difficult. So really hate to see that, Rub. Scott Fuller out there, he was the man we spoke to a couple weeks ago, the guy in the wheelchair. Scott Fuller, great guy. Hate that happened, but rules are rules. Looks like the 52 truck has now been able to lap the 4 of Edtho. Edtho, this is his first night, is his one-off race, but we've seen he was in that accident earlier, and that would be why he lost all the time. That time he gets up out of the way of the 23, goes up into the wall. 51 tried to get around him. He goes back up into the wall instead of causing issues, and now the 51 gets loose on exit. 3 wide with the 2 and the 51. The 2 makes the pass. 51 now getting by the 4 truck, and here comes the 20 of Robbie Racing. Wow, a lot of excitement there, and that's what happens when you come up to lap traffic at a track like Darlington. It's so tight and so hard to drive around here that you really hope that you catch lap traffic on a straightaway and they give you room, but they don't have to. And so Eto there was just trying to run his line in the corners. Leaders were going a little faster, caught him. He did the respectful thing, kept his truck up in the wall, but man, that made it hard on the rest of the drivers. How many laps you got left there, bud?
4.
4 laps remain here in stage 1. As the 52 has a commanding lead. I hate to say it like this, but it's not a surprise. It's Your Bro Chase is one of the absolute best drivers here in, not just Sim Racing League, but in all of NASCAR Heat 5 or any of the Heat racing games. The kid is just amazing. Coach Matt and McLovin, good buddies. They're going to battle it out for second. And, of course, you have Billy Holcomb sitting there in 4th and Robbie Racing 5th. I'm going to see if we can... Oh, McLovin gets really loose on the exit, but the two unable to capitalize. The 15 of Brennan, he's out of the race as well. He had the lag issues early in the race, so that's probably what stemmed with that. Back here we have War racing pretty close with Dark Knight in that 97. Trinity Beast Mode and Flash 9 having a good race. Man, still crazy to think that Flash 9's having all these problems that he's having, but that is the battle for 6th. Should be coming to 2 to go.
Yeah.
Keystone Cowboy, Arkham with a little nose damage. This is one of his absolute favorite tracks on the whole game, so seeing that damage is unfortunate, but when you don't start up front and the people in the back have issues, that tends to happen. But 97 of Dark Knight got loose, and the 98 of Arkham able to capitalize. We are on the final lap here. There's Ed, though. Keith back here in the 32, lots of damage. Flash 9, and back to your leader as he's going into turns 3 and 4. This is going to do it for Stage 1. Your Stage 1 winner will be the 52 Hallmark Chevrolet of It's Your Bro Chase. And that looked like he ran out of fuel or something. He was going so slow, or did a caution come out just before the end of that stage? Billy Holcomb has lots of damage on the front of that 51. I don't see the Billy and Coach Matt. What happened there?
One of them got loose and got caught up with one another.
Oof. I hate to see that, but that is part of the racing. So, top 10 in the stage. It's Your Bro Chase, McLovin, Coach Matt, Robbie Racing, Billy Holcomb, Flash 9, Trinity Beast Mode, Keystone Cowboy, War, and BBS Brennan. We do have 3 drivers in this race that this is their first time out there, and none of them finished in the top 10 in that stage, so they took 0 points from the other drivers. So sorry, on stream it showed the 15 truck was out of the race, but that does not seem to be the truth. He is still in the race, we just can't see him on our screen. Unfortunately, guys, I'm going to go mic silent for just a few seconds while I do a quick update of the points here. Alright, and updated there. And I don't know how I didn't realize that Brennan was out of the race, or was not out of the race, when he just finished 10th in that stage. Anyways, here early in stage 2, we have the 52 of It's Your Bro Chase in front of Flash 9, now making his way to P2 with McLovin and Robbie Racing in 4th. Rounding out the top 5 would be, looks like Trinity Beast Mode, and the guy that I said absolutely loves this track, Arkham, has made his way back towards the front. So I expect to see that 98 being a contender here by the end of the race. Rubbenham says he's watching the race but listening to the driver chat, and there's a lot of maybe the car's handling bad, a lot of naughty words, my bads, and some forced giggling. So yeah, definitely, you know, a track like this, if you're a driver, you have to know going into it that clean racing is it's expected here, but it's really hard, and these drivers are not intentionally bumping each other. Most of what's happening is somebody gets loose off the corner, they drift too high up in the corner and catch the wall, and it shoots you back down. Darlington is just such a hard track, and it doesn't matter if you have 10 trucks, 20 trucks. It just doesn't matter how many are out there. It doesn't matter if you only have 4 trucks. Guaranteed at least one of them is going to get loose and probably spin out at some point. This is really good battling right here between the 97. Oh, that looks like Robbie Racing and McLovin. McLovin was spinning. Robbie's still down on the apron trying to get back on the track. That's going to put these guys in third, fourth, and third, fourth, and fifth. Who was that you were with, Robbie?
Flash 9, he got a little bit loose off of exit. He tried to save it, come back up the track. But you know, it's Darlington, there's not much room, and come back up and ended up right in front of me, and I spun him out.
Yeah, it was Flash that spun. Apologies, I said McLovin. Sorry, his Flash usually has blue on his truck. This time he's just got an all gray truck. So I had him in the 23 confused, so that's completely on me. Arkham sitting here in sixth place. He lost a little bit there, but he's right behind our points leader, Billy Holcomb. And if you want to say that this is your favorite track and you're sitting below the cutoff line for the playoffs and you're trying to work your way in when you're riding right behind the guy that's dominated the season and picked this track, the 51 of Billy Holcomb, you cannot say that this is a bad race for you. He is doing well here in that 98 Ford. Somebody we haven't spoke much about, but that 97 of Dark Knight, he's still creeping as he's now in fourth place here at the track that's too tough to tame, the Darlington Raceway, the Sim Racing League regular season finale presented by Richmar Florists. And though out here looks like he's in front of you, Robbie, but I believe he was a lap down unless he got the lucky dog that last stage.
Yeah, you got the lucky dog.
Up front, you see it. This is why we haven't been riding around with him a whole lot. But 52, it's your bro Chase, putting on an outstanding performance. This truck is flying right now, and I don't think anybody can slow him up. That truck is just, without lap traffic or something happening, maybe a tire will pop or something, I don't know. But this guy is just absolutely dominating right now, and looks like, I mean, Coach Matt, Billy Holcomb, and McLovin earlier, they were all running in a pack for second, but this time here in stage two, we're seeing JCR McLovin Racing is got that spot held well. So without being under fire, maybe he won't make so many mistakes simply because you can focus more on your line and not where other people are running. So, we're seeing pit stops here as War in the 40 is on pit road. Robbie, is that a thing that everybody's going to have to pit this stage?
I think he's pitting because we might have damage. I mean, I've got damage. I've got an orange front bumper and a yellow radiator. We've only got seven laps left, and I've got 9 laps still.
Yeah, I find that to be a difficult, in the stage racing style, especially in stage 1 and stage 2. It's so important that you stay on the lead lap entering stage 3. You don't have to win stage 1 or stage 2. I mean, it's nice, you get some stage points, but at the end of the day, the race is where it matters. And in order to make up the points, you have to be in contention to win, as we see the 94 and the 51 get loose off turns too there. But yeah, if you got damage, kind of like what you're doing, you kind of just got to ride around and deal with it if you're in one of the stages, and hope and pray you can stay on the lead lap. And unfortunately, the 40 truck had too much damage, was unable to do so, so he's on pit road. Well, probably off now. 94 Trinity Beast Mode still in third, right in front of his buddy, the 97 of Dark Knight. Those two are the co-owners of the Old School Motorsports Racing. You'll see them on Friday. Robbie actually joins them in their Custom Cup Series. Billy Holcomb trying to make a twofer here, though, as Trinity went to the outside of the 94. Interesting move, but going into turns 1 and 2, looks like he gets a little high, catches the wall. Here comes Billy Holcomb to the inside to take P4 away from that 97 truck. Flash did say in the Sim Racing League chat on Facebook, he told Robbie that that was intentional. He intentionally pulled in front of him and took him out. No, I'm just kidding. He was he was apologizing for it. A little separation here. I don't know what happened to Dark Knight. Looks like he might have got loose. I looked down at my phone for just a second. Now I don't see the 97, but I see the 2 creeping back into the picture, as that's third, fourth, and fifth place here right now. War and Keystone Racing. War on the freshies and no damage, even though it looks like it. Keystone on the old tires. Will he just let the 40 go? Doesn't look like it, but does he know that he's not racing him for position? Well, actually, they might be racing for position. Looks like that was behind McLovin. So these two are both a lap down, I'd say. But the 40 on freshies is just going to be too hard to overcome and stay ahead of if you're the 3 of Keystone. Is we should be coming to 3 laps to go in the stage.
Here to go.
2 to go. All right, so my math is way off, per usual. Back here I'm watching Keith. He's staying in front of the leader. He's almost lapped down, but he's hitting his marks. He's got some front end damage. He's kind of just riding. We've seen it in stage 1 where he doesn't have any drivers around him. So that's kind of nice. Unfortunately, he's not getting the racing aspect of the Sim Racing League, but joining on a track like Darlington, man, Billy picked a hard one for these guys to have their first race here. It's just not that fun of a track to any viewer at home. Sorry if it's your favorite. I can't stand it. I hate it. This is the only week of the whole entire season that I am not upset that I am not in one of these trucks out there on the track. As it looks like the 52 of Itcha Bro Chase is going to be your stage 2 winner here at Darlington. McLovin with second. Maybe Coach Matt third, Trinity fourth, Billy fifth.
Coach Matt fifth.
All right, this is why I should wait for pictures before I start announcing things, as I will be receiving one of those shortly. As you just heard the camera taken, there's going to be a picture soon.
Got to get those sound effects.
Top 10 in the stage: Itch Bro Chase, JCR McLovin, Coach Matt, Robbie Racing, Billy Holcomb, Flash 9, Trinity Beast Mode, Keystone Cowboy. Looked like he was lapped down, and I believe he still was. War, who we seen pit 9th, and Brennan still got 10th. So there's only 9 trucks running out there right now. No, Brennan must not have backed out.
There's Brennan, 17 laps down.
The picture... Oh, that was the old picture. Sorry. Top 10 was Bro Chase, McLevin, Trinity, Billy Holcomb, Coach Matt, RKM, Robbie, Flash, Edtho, Dark Knight. Yep, that's what happens when I look at old pictures. Right, stage 3. This is the one for the finale. The race win. 52 truck has the lead, and he's taking off. Flash 9 just nosedive the inside wall. Man, I would hate to be in that truck. A few other people are wrecking. The 51, the 2, they're having a hard time. The 4 just bounced off the wall. I seen a spin by somebody, trying to figure out who it was. The 32's back there. Flash, I know he spun. Billy Holcomb was the truck that spun out. Oh, man, that's unfortunate. Trying to get back to your race leader now. Oh, RKM spinning and wrecking.
Ooh.
RKM just flipped. RKM flipped. I seen him flip. That's a lag issue. His truck's still sideways on my screen. He and the 2 were involved in that. Is the whole track, is everybody lagging bad right now?
Nah.
Was RKM lagging on your screen?
Nope. He got loose and spun out and just managed to dodge it.
All right. Give me just a few seconds, guys. I'm going to do the quick point update again after stage 2. Alright, I didn't give Edtho any points for getting 9th, as he is a one-off driver this week. I don't know how much of you guys have tuned in and watched the Sim Racing League a lot, but here in Stage 3, we like to do the Sim Sounds of Racing, so we're going to go ahead and find Robbie, as this series is presented by Richmar Florists. Check him out on Twitter at Richmar Florist. We put it on that beautiful number 20. Less than talented driver, but beautiful looking truck. And we're going to give you the Sim Sounds of Racing here. All right, that's the Sim Sounds Racing here. Sorry that took so long. I'd like to go through the whole field and make sure that every truck is shown and you get to hear a little bit of their truck running. The only one you didn't hear running are the trucks on pit road. And unfortunately, it looked like while I was doing that, I seen the 13 truck sitting motionless on pit road. So I'm starting to think that he may be after taking that nosedive to the inside wall, looks like he has backed out of this race. Lucky for him, because he showed up and he raced, he will get the points, and as well as awarded the fact that he did race. So the 13 of Flash 9, you will see him in the playoffs here come next week. And to anybody that's wondering what the tracks are for the playoffs, we have Kansas, Auto Club, Texas, and our season finale will be at Charlotte. Kansas is going to be another interesting track next week, as it's kind of a one-lane groove track with these custom setups. Really want to be on the high side, but it's really easy to catch that wall. So you need a good draft vehicle, but you also need one that handles. If you start getting too loose, you go below the top line, you'll start spinning out. So this is actually, now that I realize that Kansas is next, this is actually not a bad track for them to get used to running the outside line as close as they can to the wall as they get ready to enter the playoffs. So really, this is a pretty good option by Billy Holcomb to choose this track. RKM early on pit road. Probably damaged. We did see the 98 flipping. The 4 and the 51. In real life, those are team trucks. Here at Sim Racing League, there are 0 teammates. There's good friends, people that will usually work together, but no teammates. So the 4 and the 51, not teammates. Here's Keystone Cowboy right in front of them. Robbie Racing right behind them, trying to make up some positions after nearly collecting the 98 that went flying through our screen. Ooh. 4 catches the wall, goes back into the wall. After contact with the 51, Robbie collected again. The 3 was collected in that. Is caution out?
Nope.
People are still wrecking.
Now it is.
Oh, okay. That's unfortunate for the 98 of RKM. He had just went to pit road, so he's going to be trapped a lap down, but maybe he'll get lucky and be the lucky dog. Could you give me a shout on who the lucky dog actually is? Did you say?
Get 1 lap back. Nobody get it.
Oh, RKM was multiple laps down?
Yeah.
Does that put him just 1 lap down now? So technically he got the lucky dog. He gets 1 lap back because he's lucky.
Yeah.
Dark Knight, the 97 is on the outside of the 52. Haven't seen him in P2 yet. Trinity's in 3rd. McLovin back to 4th place. Dark Knight immediately drops to the bottom in front of the 94. Wow, that's crazy. Dark Knight, you're kind of supposed to stay in your lane until the start-finish line there, bud. But back to racing, the 97 on the inside, the 23 going to the outside. Looks like, I don't know who that was. Somebody just caught the wall about mid-pack. Maybe the 32 of Keith.
Yeah.
Dark Knight's still... Oh, the 2 goes flying down. Dark Knight gets into the wall. 23 of McLovin back to P2. He's trying to chase down our leader, the 52 of Richard Brochase. Could you give me a lap count when you have one available? 10 laps to go here at Darlington in the Sim Racing League's regular season finale. Brochase has led most of the race, still leading, 10 to go. The guy in second, the 23 of McLovin, just got loose off turn 2 yet again. 97 able to catch him. We're going to go ahead and ride along with that battle. Seems to be a little more interesting than the race for the lead, but the 23, I think he has the speed to win the race, but unfortunately the looseness on the exit of some of these corners is just costing him too much. He's not going all the way down like some of the other drivers I'm seeing. He just seems to go just below that dotted white line and kind of recover and drift back up, but it's definitely lost time. The more your wheels are spinning sideways, the less they're spinning forward. So the 23, I think if the handling was a little stronger on that JCR machine, he would have something for the 52, but as of right now, nobody does, and the battle for second is no longer heating up as the 23 is pulling away from the battle of third, which is Trinity Beast Mode and Dark Knight. Right behind them, we have the Keystone Cowboy and Billy Holcomb. Trinity Beast Mode down onto the apron. He's going to spin. I don't know what just happened right there. It didn't look like he caught the wall or anything. He just came down below the apron and spun out. But here at Darlington, if you put your left sides below that dotted white line, it will spin you out. So that's unfortunate. Dark Knight now holding solidly onto third place as Billy Holcomb's getting to the inside of the 3. This is for P4 as we're coming to 7 laps to go this time by. I really hope that's the right accurate count.
I'll let you know in a second. Yeah, 7.
Yay, I got a number right for once. Top 5, breaking away the 3 of Keystone. This could be his best finish ever here in the Sim Racing League as he's looking for his first ever top 5. RKM back here racing with a 94 Trinity Beast Mode. That's the guy that spun. Right in front of them, we have Robbie Racing coming to 5 laps to go. This next time by, they will have 5 to go. Dark Knight sitting in P3, but it looks like Billy is closing in quickly on that number 97. Billy Holcomb picked the track, loves this track. 6 to go. They're coming to 5 this time. 51 peeking to the inside. The 97 holds to the top. 97 has a good run off. 51 unable to get to him. Billy Holcomb backing up a little bit. Looks like he's going to try to get a run here off turn 4 down the front stretch. He closes that gap really, really tight. Unable to get to the back bumper though. He's right there. He's just unable to make a move. Dark Knight, he's going to need him to make a mistake as it looks like Dark Knight's a little bit better in 1 and 2 as Billy's a little bit better in 3 and 4. This time in 1 and 2 though, the 51 paints the apron and has a good run coming off, but again, nowhere to pass at a track like Darlington. Keystone Cowboy back there in the number 3 truck, just hoping to see a mistake, hoping he can get up into these into a podium finish possibly. Again, he's got a good run going. This is his best one yet here at the Sim Racing League. It's your bro Chase still leading the field. JCR McLovin sitting in second, but the battle for third is where the biggest battle on the track is right now, as Dark Knight and Billy Holcomb battling for third, but Billy gets into the wall. 51 into the wall in turns. I believe that was 3 and 4. Nope, that was 1 and 2. I almost get like my eyes start playing with me at a track like Darlington because it's red, white, red, white, red, white. All those squares on the wall just messing with my eyes. Billy Holcomb did catch the wall in turns 1 and 2 that last lap around, but he's able to close back in. I believe they're coming to 3 laps to go this time by. Probably 2, probably 4, one or the other. I'm never right, so it's probably not 3.
2.
2 to go. See, knew it, nailed it. Billy has the regular season championship locked up. So what do you do if you are him? Do you even try to make this move, or you just kind of ride in fourth? Dark Knight looking for a great finish. He's sitting top 5 in points, trying to pass a driver like Flash, who we've seen has already lagged out. Now he will automatically advance to the playoffs, so it doesn't really matter. But being able to say that you beat Flash 9 in the regular season points is a huge thing, as they're taking the white flag this time by. Gonna ride along with your leader, the 52 Hallmark Chevrolet. It's your bro Chase Williamson, looking like he's gonna take the win here at Darlington. One more corner as he enters turns 3 and 4. McLovin didn't fall off too bad that time. Looks like he was able to adjust his settings and keep up a little better with the 52. Unfortunately, he got a little looser earlier, but your race winner here, the 52 Chase Williams, in that Hallmark Chevy Stuart Friesen machine. JCR McLovin rounds out second place, and Dark Knight gets third right in front of Billy Holcomb. Keystone Cowboy with his first ever top 5. Give me a second here. Got some invites to be sending. Sorry, almost there. Got one more driver to be invited. Alright, this time, usually we only do the top three, but with no other racing going on here tonight as the Valor Racing League has come to an end, JCR McLevin had a fast lap there as he had a 29.292. That's actually an all-time leaderboard lap time there. Anywho, invited the top five. Robbie, you're done racing. How'd your night go?
Yeah, it didn't exactly go to plan, but still, it was fun. There was a lot of dodging going on, and some of them I just couldn't dodge, and we managed to get a top 10. We finished P6, so I'm just going to take that and call it a night. That's what I'm going to do.
Dodge, dip, dive, and duck. You didn't do all of that.
No. I got smashed, hit, and slapped. So, but it's all good.
I mean, on a positive note, opening season, you made the playoffs. You got to be happy. Good run. Always fun to check out your Richmar Florists Chevy. So, again, good job, and we'll see you next week in the playoffs.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Keystone. Is Keystone here? Hello? Or is he the only one that didn't join? Right. He is not in here. So, fourth place, Billy Holcomb. Man, I thought you had something for that 97 truck there at the end. You decided not to go and make the move. We talked about what you would do or what you wouldn't do. You kind of just played it smooth. Good run out there. You picked the track. How come you're not in first?
Well, I didn't have the best of luck. I wrecked the time or two, but I had to fight my way back from the rear, man. But all in all, it's a good run. Me and Dark had a good run there. I got into him one time by accident. It was too wide. I felt bad, but he was able to reach out, and I wasn't gonna press the issue, man, right there at the end, man. I was just gonna go with it and get some points and get out of here.
Yeah, regular season champion, that's going to give you 3 extra points entering the playoffs. You got to feel good about that. You picked a track like Darlington. You came out top 5. We all know this is kind of a crapshoot kind of track. You can't be disappointed. And congratulations on not just tonight finishing 4th, but the whole season, Mr. Consistency, winning the regular season title.
I appreciate that.
All right, man. We'll see you next week as we get ready for Kansas. And actually, by the way, Darlington's a great choice. I didn't realize that we were going to Kansas next week, but that's a great choice, getting people used to the outside line before heading to a track like Kansas for the first round of the playoffs.
Yep, that's it.
All right, man. We'll see you next week. Keystone Cowboys, your voice set to always loud.
Yes, it is.
You're getting interviewed at Sim Racing League. I didn't think we'd ever see it.
I didn't either.
You finally got a top 5. We seen you riding behind the 97 and the 51 when it looked like they were getting a little close, too close for comfort. Were you waiting in the wings, hoping that something happened, or you just didn't want to push, so you kind of laid back to make sure that you weren't involved?
It was a little bit of both. I seen them battling, and I thought maybe, last lap going down the backstretch, maybe, touch bumpers or something. One of them gets twirly and lose a spot, and I can, increase the position more. But I was also not hoping for a caution, that way, because I knew 6th place was way back in the wind. I'm not sure what happened there, but I knew I had the top 5 locked as long as I didn't mess up myself. So it was a little bit of both there.
Yeah, again, it looked like through the stages, it was kind of hit or miss. Looks like you were involved with a few incidents. I can't say that not a whole lot of people weren't, but that's Darlington for you, just wrecks happen. It's a really hard track, but top 5, first ever top 5 for you. Great job. And you didn't make the playoffs, but only because you joined so late here to the Sim Racing League. But I would expect to see you still on the track for next week. So good luck next week at Kansas, and maybe we'll get to talk to you again after.
I hope so. Thank you very much for having me. I'll see y'all next week.
Moving to 3rd place now, our podium drivers, Dark Knight and the number 97. You got a copy?
Yep.
Is your voice set to always loud?
Yep.
Third place, we've seen you restart in second there, that final restart of the race. You dropped down right in front of your buddy Trinity almost immediately. Were you hoping to get to the bottom and maybe try to give a little bump on that 52, knowing that he had such a dominant truck all night?
I just want to finish good. I want to get to the bottom quick. You know, I knew he had a better takeoff, so I didn't have. All I had to do was just let it red just a little bit before I popped the clutch, and then drop down in there. But yeah, I had a fast car, fast truck.
Yeah,
I
I mean,
knew I had a top 5, but just got caught up there one time. RKM in the first stage. I don't know what happened in front of him, but he got in the wall. And I was in the wrong spot at the wrong time, about to make a pass. He bounced off the wall and collected me, and then I think second stage, me and Billy was racing, and he kind of got up under me, and I got in the wall and spun out. Caution didn't come out. I lost the spot, but I just knew if I could get to the front, stay at the front, I'd be okay. You know.
yeah, I mean, all in all, at the end of the day, you know, you had a great race. Up and down kind of race overall, but you coming out with a good top 3 podium finish. You were sitting fourth in points. The guy that was in you were in fifth. The guy that was in fourth, Flash 9, lagged out. I don't know if you passed him yet. I don't have the final results added up yet, but either way, top 5 in the standings entering the playoffs. You can't be mad about that. So congratulations, man, and we'll see you next week at Kansas.
Yeah. Pretty good recovery. I'm happy with it. Could have been worse, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. Moving on now to our second place finisher, Mr. John Freeman, JCR McLovin Racing. You were fast. Honestly, I even said it on stream. It looked like you might have had something for the 52, but about the early mid run of the run, you seemed to be a little bit too loose on the exit, and that seemed to be where the 52 was able to take off. Were you hoping that maybe you'd be a little bit closer on that final restart?
Yeah. When we got that late caution, I had about a second worth of damage that made me restart fourth instead of second, which I felt really hurt me. But I don't know if I had anything for him, man. The first 4 or 5 laps of a run, he was just felt like a tenth or two quicker than the field. And I mean, I was giving it everything I had. I mean, after I got back to second, I pulled like 3-4 seconds on third place, and every time we went through 3 and 4, he would just beat me by 10. He just did a really good job on his car, had great rotation, and there was nothing I could really do to get to him, to be honest.
Yeah, so unfortunately, you know, here at the Sim, they have the minimum race requirement that you did not meet. So even though you're sitting top 12 in points, you're not going to make the playoffs, but you're still looking at being able to advance into the Xfinity Series. So do we expect to still see you on a week-to-week basis as we get ready to enter the playoffs?
Possibly. We'll see.
I know that those JCR vehicles, they like tracks like that are coming up, Kansas, Auto Club, Texas, Charlotte. I've even seen some YouTube setups out there, also on Facebook. Check it out, JCR group putting out their setups. But again, every time you're on the track, we tend to get to interview you after. So great run tonight, and hope to see you next week at Kansas.
Thank you. Congratulations to Chase on the win.
All right, going to go to our race winner here tonight. Dominated the race in, absolute dominant fashion there. Chase, the 52 truck was absolutely phenomenal and on rails, sitting number 1 all time here at Darlington in the trucks. Were you just kind of sitting there with one arm on the rails while you're drinking beer with the other?
No, Darlington's a challenging track. You have to be up on the wheel every lap, every second, every corner.
Yeah, you seem to be the only truck that didn't have an issue with exiting the corner and getting real loose. I didn't give you a lot of airtime this time, but only because there wasn't a whole lot of racing in your aspect. But when the camera was on your truck, it seemed to be handling really, really well. Did you intentionally build the truck to be a little bit tighter on exits?
No, I built it to be fast, to be honest. I didn't make it. It handled good. I mean, it was a really good setup. You know, like it was about perfect. Maybe a couple more changes here or there. Could have been perfect, but I mean, it handled really good. It didn't ever get loose. I mean, you got loose like one time, like the very last lap of the run, but that was it. and it wasn't even loose then. It was a little snug to the center of 1 and 2, but it was still plenty time enough to win.
So, same thing as McLovin. The race minimum account. Actually, two sections here. You entered this series a little bit late, and then on top of that, you were actually just missed the playoffs by 1 point. Regardless, Arcam made up just enough points there. That's unfortunate, but do we still expect to see you out there and hope to see you make the Xfinity series for next season?
Yeah, we should. If nothing comes up.
I mean, those are some great tracks, and with how you build your setups at these really difficult tracks, I can only imagine to see how fast they could be at one of those draft-style tracks like Kansas, Auto Club, Texas, and Charlotte. So, congratulations on the victory tonight, and hope to see you next week at Kansas.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for the good race, and congrats to everybody as well. It was a good race.
All right, to any of the viewers at home, all couple of them, we are going to be ending the broadcast now. Again, that's the end of the season, regular season. We hope to put out some type of stream later this week before next Tuesday to maybe do an interview with all the playoff drivers, let you guys hear from them, as well as announce who they are so you guys know who to look forward to next week. So pay attention to that, like and subscribe so that it'll pop up on your screen when we go live. But other than that, tune in next week as we head to Kansas for the first round of the playoffs. It's going to be exciting. But from everyone here at the Sim Racing League presented by Rich Mar Florist, we want to thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.